over. And we had a little slight conversation, and he was like, hey, I gotta handle XYZ. Okay, go handle your business. You know, I have not heard from that man since.
She said that he was chasing her for 10 years in her DMs, but you were available.
She gonna say, this all you gonna send? And I'm like, how much gas do you need to get from here back home?
Hey guys, so I'm about to have a vulnerable moment. I rarely do this. Don't make me regret it, okay? I'm gonna let y'all in my business just a little bit. Okay, so let me tell y'all the story about how I will never give a that's not in my league a chance ever again. So you know how guys be like, listen, I swear, like, you ever give me a chance, I'm gonna really show you. I don't fall for those guys, right? I like what I like type person. If you didn't get me within the first 10 minutes of me talking to you, you probably ain't never gonna get me, right? So there was a gentleman that had been reaching out to me, when I tell you, for over 10 years. Over 10 years in my DMs, talking to himself most of the time. Within the past like 3 years, maybe I might have given him my number through Instagram because I was having a vulnerable moment. And
Cap.
we've had conversations before.
Okay, sorry. I have to just pause for a second right here because there's a lot of details that she's kind of skimming over. I don't know where this story is going, but she's skimming over a lot of details, right? She starts off by saying that she doesn't give people who are not in her league a chance, which, you know, I think when women say stuff like that, it's a little foolish to me because whoever's within your vicinity and checking for you, and you end up dating them, obviously they are within proximity with you. Most of the time you're in the same league. Some women just believe they're out of a different league based off of maybe various different results they're getting. But then also, you know, she said that he was in her DMs chasing her for 10 years, talking to himself, but then now she's saying that they've had conversations before. And she said talking to himself most of the time. So you're trying to act like you have not engaged in conversation with this person, making it seem like he's so desperate and so thirsty for you. But then you're also saying that you gave him your phone number.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, right off the bat, she laying down the foundation for more lies and skewed facts to come. You already know. Setting up the justification for her bad judgment and the bad results to follow.
Met in person, I just was not interested. Okay? It got to the point where he was so resilient, so persistent, that I was like, maybe I guess I'll try. So whatever, he ended up getting my number, and now he's talking to himself in my DMs and texting me every morning, sending me prayers every morning, a scripture. Okay? I love that. And if I went through a really, really emotional time last year, so like little stuff like that was really hitting home for me and, you know, touching my soft spot. So he got cool points for that from me. For whatever reason, you know, I don't really know how my brain functions and why I was allowing certain things to go on, but I did, nonetheless. So here we are. I started being like, hey, if I'm in town, I'll hang out. He started being like, hey, I am going to send a flight for you. Come hang out with me. I want to show you that I want to marry you.
She said that he was chasing her for 10 years in her DMs, but you were available.
I definitely agree about this one as well, right? Like, many women have an inflated sense of value on the open dating market. Like Reva mentioned, why is she even single and available if you out of his league? Right? Like, what is that based on? Based on what? It can't be on the results. Where's your elite man? Even one dude who took you serious and settled down with you in a long-term committed relationship that's on that elite level. Where is he? She says she gave this guy a pity chance because he touched her soul. But it really sounds like she thought she had a simp she could use. You never know, that tough time that she was dealing with could have been financial.
I'm gonna marry you. You're my dream woman. So now I'm like, all right, it's cool. I could go to a wedding with him. I like going to weddings. I like being people's show pony because I enjoy things like that, right? So I start considering actually flying to go see him. And now I'm like on his page picking him apart. Like, he'll send me videos like, hey, I went and got my teeth cleaned. I know how much you like when people get their teeth cleaned. I was like, okay, effort. He's like, well, and I smell real nice. You know, I like that type of stuff too. I'm like, you know what? He's so nice. Let me give him a chance. So I'm looking on his page, like looking at his teeth, looking how tall he is, looking at his body. And then I go, what's up with that hairline? And I look past it. That should have been my telltale sign. I'm looking at all his videos. It looks like he has like a freaking painted on hairline. And I still went against my better judgment. He got me. So even after all my investigative work of that hairline,
damn, dog, she steady clowning this man's hairline. Oh, man.
He got me. This is how he got me. I went on that boat. When I went on that boat, I got real bored. And really, I don't want to say lonely because that wasn't the word, but I was just like in need of some type of energy, right? So he's messaging me while I'm on there, and I was like, you know what? I fly back to Houston I get back to Houston when I get there. Pull up. You live very close to there. Pull up. And he was like, oh, I got this, that, and the third on Sunday. I was like, well, don't blow your opportunity. And he was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna take this opportunity.
You know, this is always the rhetoric of women who believe that they are the prize. And the thing is, don't get it wrong, from what I see, right, just my own personal female opinion, she looks like she's you know, an attractive woman. She has no makeup on, she does have lashes on, whatever. Of course you have to be attracted to the person that you're in a relationship with, but you know, everything in her conversation is very masculine. It's very much that she runs the show. You know, don't miss your opportunity. I'm the boss. I run things. And what's getting me is that, you know, allegedly this guy is just going along with it. I'm confused.
You're giving me a window of opportunity. I'm going to take it. Oh, Lord. He's like, I'm going to drive down there on Saturday, stop drinking with you about 9 o'clock, and then drive back at 5 in the morning so I can make it back for X, Y, and Z on Sunday. I was like, hey, baby, whatever you choose to do, that's your business. Thirsty, right? So make a long story short, when I got off that boat and got back to the house, he was in Houston waiting for me.
Calling this man thirsty when you gave him your phone number and you engaged with him and you're the one who invited him to whatever city that you were staying in at the time is a little bit delulu. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a little bit delusional because you're making it seem like he did all this stuff on his own, but you literally supplied the invitation and then you're turning around and calling him thirsty.
And I was like, just pull up to my mom's house, like just come hang out. I didn't realize by the time he got there how tired I would be. So now he's at my house, my mom's house, and I am exhausted. I can barely keep up with the conversation. He's chipper. He's ready. You hear me? It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I am pooped. All right? But he's still there, not leaving, not catching none of the vibes that I'm clearly not being myself.
Yeah, I mean, you invite him, now you playing games. I mean, that's ridiculous. Any man worth his salt is going to keep him moving.
Boy, at 36 years of age, still dumb as hell. Dumb. So, stay the night. I wake up at like 8 in the morning. He's gone. I knew he would be gone. Let's also, when we got to the hotel room, obviously we showered. Baby, I'd never once seen this man without something on his head. You know that's a bad sign, right? Like you wouldn't put a do-rag on or whatever that was, his dreads. You wouldn't put that thing on your head to protect your hair. Cut it out. That hairline is on the struggle bus. I already know it is. Has to be. It can't. There's no other alternative. Anywho, yeah, I called him like when I woke up because I was hungover. And we had a little slight conversation. And he was like, hey, I got to handle XYZ. Okay, go handle your business. You know I have not heard from that man since.
I mean, listen, I mean, you know, I think a lot of these women got to understand, you know, a lot of guys will chase you, but just because they chasing you don't mean they're going to keep chasing you, right? Or once they get you, they realize it really wasn't worth chasing you in the first place. It's just that they've said, you know what, the conversation skills are dry. Your personality is toxic. You got a bad attitude. You're ungrateful, right? You're disrespectful. You're all about yourself, self-serving. They realize all these things, and then they start saying, you know what? I got other options out here. While you sitting here thinking that you're playing games, you're on borrowed time. So, oh yeah, she big mad. You know, he decided to pull the plug. Now she feeling some type of way, you know. Right? And of course, she's definitely attractive, but it sounds like she wouldn't be a joy to be around. That's just what it is. I could just see off this clip.
He did exactly what I told him he would do. And I really hate that for him because he's dead to me. Dead. I called him a couple of times after that to like cuss him out, and he acted like he was just so busy with work.
Oh, look who's thirsty now. Look who is thirsty now. You ain't hear from him since, and then you just keep calling him, and now he's telling you he's so busy. Look who is thirsty now. My.
See what I mean, dog? Like, told you, big mad. This is a grown child right here, man. We see a lot of grown children on this channel, but this right here, oh man, would really feel sorry for the guy dealing with somebody like this. You know, you about to get the full menu of just all kind of mental and emotional damage reflected onto you off top. Oh, best believe she's one of those that you must handle. Like, why are you contacting him? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he really nothing to you, he'll flee to you. Why are you contacting him? Of course, she couldn't stand that he got out of Dodge and dipped on her. She thought she was in control. So now she calling him and basically harassing him. These are the types you got to stay away from.
So busy with work and his child that he just couldn't fathom having this conversation right now, and that he would call me back. He called me back one time while I was asleep, and I have yet to have the conversation with him. Baby, he has since gotten the "you are dead to me and you are a loser" text message, which I have not heard back from. I also think I blocked him, so I won't be getting that correspondence back from him. But I say all that to say, to you nice guys out there that, you know, you were hoping that one day I might give you a chance. I'm not interested in anybody. If you're not my type, I'm not even entertaining the thought of talking to you. He ruined it for all of you.
She said he ruined it for all the nice guys out there. You know? No, I tend to think that he just saved those dudes the headache. And this is just an example of why you remain single and will remain single. And exactly what use is it being attractive, being a baddie, whatever you want to call yourself, when you have nobody to give it to? You got all that, nobody to be with. What's the point?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
What's happening here, dog? Like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry for him, bruh. This is wild right here. Low-key punishing my guy, pushing him around like a pack of wolves right now. This is the very definition of a guy way too nice for his own good.
I had asked, hey, would you want to go to a date to this place? She said, yeah, cool. I bet. So I get to the place, like, I want to say 15 minutes early. I go ahead and get the table. I go ahead and like get all dressed up. I tell the waiter, you know what I'm saying, like, she might order this and this. I don't know, but like, it's whatever, right? I'm ready to pay for anything when it comes to the date. She's like, hey, I'm at home still. And I'm like, okay, cool. Do you need me to pick you up? Do you want me to get you an Uber? I can get you an Uber here and back if you want. She says, no. if it's cool, can you send me gas money? I can drive my own car. I don't want somebody else to drive me. I'm like, I bet. So I'm sitting in the restaurant. She says she's 10 minutes away from the place. I'm like, here you go. I send her $25 in gas. She starts doing like the type thing, and then it stops. And I'm like, okay, should I call her? Like, is she going to show up? Right? The $25 already sent. The $25 already sent. Right? She going to say, this all you going to send? And I'm like, how much gas do you need to get from here back home?
Yeah, bruh, you've been played. You do not, and I repeat, you do not send money to women you do not know, to women that aren't in a relationship with you, to women who haven't earned it. Scams come in many shapes and sizes. You know, if you must agree to covering certain expenses, just tell her that you'll reimburse her, so the date actually happens first, at least until she gets some kind of track record. But this one right here was the walking red flag. Chalk it up as an L and keep it moving.
That's right. Make me some food like you're supposed to do.
Are you kidding?
No.
You want to know why people are so afraid of dating in relationships nowadays? Is because it is so easy to lose your partner to somebody else. And honestly, I have social media to blame for this. Why? Because everyone is so easily accessible. You know, back in the day when it came to our parents or our grandparents, they had an argument with their spouse. They had no choice but to go home, do their duties as a parent or a spouse, and handle it. Now, all people have to do is turn to social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, you name it. And the sad reality is that far too many people know what their options are going to be if what they have doesn't work out. It's that dude they see always liking their photos. Newsflash, how many celebrity couples actually make it the long run? Not very many.
Yeah, but all that social media shit is fake. You don't really have those options. You think you do. You don't even know if those people are who they say they are. So you better be damn sure when you decide to make a move. But it's about that time. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me in them comments. Like, share, subscribe. Bang on that like button. Appreciate you guys' support. This is EK Real Spicy signing out. And I'm going to check y'all in the next video. And like that, be easy. Gone.